I'm waiting. I'm waiting on you, Liz.
No, you're not. See, you're still moving. Done.
No.
Hold on.
I don't have a coffee place.
It's okay. Shit. Here we go.
It's supposed to be down here, though.
Get out of here.
It's all good. Stop moving. Stop.
No.
Stop.
This is
Gordon, good morning. Dangerous?
precariously posted upon the precipice. You like that, huh?
Precariously posted upon the precipice.
Yes.
Interesting. Paul, good morning. Gordon, good morning. This feels very weird, my knife being over.
I'm just going to tell you to get the heck out of the way or else you're going to yell
I'll
at
get
me.
the heck out of the way. All right.
No.
Have a good show, everybody.
Oh my gosh, why do you do this? He's still right there. What are we talking about today? What do you guys want to talk about? What did you label it? You're making me nervous. Stop it, jerk. My face just got 3 shades more red.
I didn't label it anything because you weren't out here to tell me what we were talking about today.
You're impatient. We have a couple.
When has that ever changed? I'm not impatient. That's just normal for me.
It's just, that makes sense. That does. Yeah, this is your level of patience. It's only impatient to other people.
Yes. It's not my fault that they're lazy
Yeah.
and slow.
Wait a second. Feel attacked. I had a couple things, but
This morning for some
I
reason.
feel like we need to make more of a pre-planned thing for it. I want to go over.
Woo!
He's done that in my classes before. Of course, it's like the best timing ever when I'm teaching a CCW class and we're getting really into the like what ifs and all that stuff. And then he comes down the hallway and he yells at the top of his lungs and everybody just jumps and turns around and they're all sweating afterwards. And then we start talking about hollow points and everybody loses their mind.
I forgot something. I'll be back. You have fun with the show.
What did you forget?
I forgot the piece of paper to talk about.
Oh, the thing.
Yes.
Yes. So he's going to grab a paper for the women's self-defense workshop that we do at Gracie. So Gracie Barra is a Jiu-Jitsu gym down the street here in Baldwin. And that's his normal gym that he goes and trains at. But we've teamed up with them. And this will be our first for 2024. Good morning, Dominic. And so it's a women's self-defense workshop. It's awesome. We've done 4 of them, I think, so far. It's women only, so your training partner's a woman. And the coolest thing about it is Jiu-Jitsu is for everybody. And while this is very specific to self-defense encounters, you know, like hair pulls and things like that, learning Jiu-Jitsu...
Found it.
What the? Okay, I told you it was going to be a great morning for you going to the gym,
Yes.
and you're going to be all spicy today. It's perfect. Anyway, you see what Jiu-Jitsu does.
Truly does.
It's just fantastic.
What up, cuz? It's my cousin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Never in my life would I expect you to say, "What up, cuz?" But it's legit your cousin.
That's what.
That's funny.
Max, good morning. Haven't seen you for like.
I was just thinking
ever.
about you the other day. I Facebook stalked you a little bit. It's like, where is Max? I haven't seen her in a while. But you've been busy doing stuff. Wedding, right?
What'd it do?
What did you? What up? Word.
So we're gonna go see a coworker of his on Thursday, tomorrow.
Who?
Me and you.
Who?
The speaker lady. I can't remember her dang name, but
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. How to make training as in demand as a Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift concert, yes.
I'm
Fritz, good
so
morning,
excited.
workman. Yo.
Hi, good morning, Papa. How are
Hi,
you?
Papa. Felt weird to say that.
That's okay. He probably didn't think it was weird. Everybody calls him Papa.
He's a jarhead, so it's all good,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So.
for sure. Anyway, so
Mark, good morning.
this women's self-defense workshop is freaking awesome. What I was starting to say is whatever level you are at, you know, that's considering your your age and body type and all those things. It is at your pace. So if there is a certain move that we're covering that you're not comfortable going through the whole process, you can do part of it. Really the goal to this class is to get you to understand what it's like to even go that direction, to be able to make the mental shift to defend yourself. Things like these, techniques like these, I mean, I know that there's a couple of the techniques that I've learned in there a couple times, and to be able to recall them again right now would be very difficult because you have to go over and over and commit it to memory and practice and things like that. So that's what I'm doing. So if you've already come to one of these, come again, because we're going to go over a lot of the same stuff. You're going to be able to commit it to memory more and learn the technique better. The better the technique, the less strength you have to apply. So it's pretty cool.
I like how Max says that. She's married now, working on making a person.
Whoa, cool. Wait, fun? Or you, never mind. I'm just going to stop.
I like, where is this going? Hold up, wait a minute, pause.
There's two parts to making a person. There's the part where you need help, and then there's the part where you don't get any help. Just kidding, you get help. But anyway, I was told I cannot shoot right now. Got it. See, there's the clarification I was looking for. Yes.
Johnny, good morning, sir.
The fun part. Jackpot. Good morning.
So anyway, I missed the whole first part before I came flying in here with my piece of paper. But
it's punch Phil in the face day.
Punch Phil in the face day. And nobody has ever punched me in the face.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. The willingness level was high, and I don't know how much I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a great time, and just try to follow that around and read it. But it's on the 21st from 7 to 9 p.m. $25.
$20 if you. I mean, bring cash is $20. The secret's out of the bag.
Yes, that's true, but that secret's supposed to come in the form of an email before the class. But that's okay if you bring cash, it's $20. So come do it. It's awesome. You'll have a good time. I say this every time before one of these events, but I really hope, and I kind of think you were going this direction if you didn't already say it, but I really hope that doing something like that opens up a few ladies' eyes to understand that they can do this, and if they come and do it more often than just doing the one thing. Just like coming and shooting a gun one time, bang, 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 bang. Okay, I've shot a gun, I now know how to do it, so I can use a gun to defend myself. That's not true.
Man.
Same goes for this. You learn 5, 6 moves doing this thing. The biggest takeaway you should get from it is that you can have some control, all right? You can calm yourself down, apply some leverage, make something else happen, apply some pain, get the hell out of there. You can do that. Then start coming all the time to class.
There's a very...
Especially the 6 a.m. class on Mondays and Wednesdays, because those are the best ones.
And then you can really punch me in the face.
Then you can punch me in the face. It does happen sometimes.
I was going to say something.
You forgot? That's a shame.
Oh, pain compliance. So, there's a concept in the defensive world that, kick them in the nuts or...
I wasn't expecting that.
Gouge them in their eyes and all the things, and tasers and all of those things are options. They're all options, okay? Whatever you got, use it. But don't rely on pain compliance to accomplish the task, because adrenaline, drugs, just the sheer fact that a person attacking you probably has done it before, they know what to expect. That's where jiu-jitsu really is different, because it's not so much pain compliance that you're getting, it's literal control. It's, wrapping someone up to choke them out. How awesome would it be if someone is attacking you, you can render them unconscious and run away?
Put them to sleep, pat them on their head, and run away.
Or if
you nervous.
If you have to, break their elbow. Leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. If their arm is broken, they cannot wrap you up. That's
we were
one
sparring
less
this
arm.
morning, and I got one of the guys in an arm bar, and it happened fast.
Oof.
And I felt a little bad because he was like saying tap as I was still going to the ground because it happened fast. So I put a little extra hurt on him. I felt bad.
Feel that little tendon stretch later.
Yeah, I felt bad. I was trying to let go, but it was happening quick.
What kind of armbar was it? From what position?
What do you mean?
Like, did you go from S-mount or something? Like,
Yeah,
and
it was
fall
from
back?
S-mount, yeah.
Yeah, those are quick.
Yeah, it was just throw my leg over and flop backwards.
Yeah.
But
Well, he was probably saying tap on the way down because he knew you had it. As soon as you wrap it up, like, okay. He's like trying to
pee myself.
Great. That's funny you say that, Dima, because that is often suggested to women. And I get the concept, like, okay, make yourself as disgusting as possible. However, most sexual predators are not just looking for sex. So they don't really care what sort of excrements you got. They're terrible, disgusting people. And a lot of times they're looking for control or just that desire to hurt someone. And I'm not going to say that there's not those situations where it is purely about the sexual assault, but the other aspect of that is the ability to do that when you're under an immense amount of stress is you can't.
Saying that just got me thinking about something, and I don't know. I don't know if I should say this or not say this, but I'm going to.
Just do it.
The ability to do it, to pee yourself outside of when you would normally do that is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I've done it. Okay? So as a scuba diver, when we wear dry suits and we're going to be in the water for a very long time, you have to have a way to go to the bathroom, and you attach essentially it's an external catheter, not an internal catheter, but an external catheter. So it's a condom with a hose on the front of it. And you have a valve that goes to the outside of your suit. The first time I tried to do that, it took me a long time to convince myself that I could actually do it. And I can remember being in the water. First thing is to check, we just installed this valve and just making sure that my suit's not leaking and all this stuff. Get in the water, and then I've got two friends. We're in the water, right? I've got two friends just looking at me. I turned around, and I still couldn't do it. I had to swim away from them and go over, and I'm like holding onto a rock, and I had to close my eyes. It was really, really difficult to do. And that's a strange thing to suggest to somebody to be able to do on demand and under an immense amount of stress. So how shows how out of touch and how out of touch, and assuming that's supposed to be ill-informed, the people that say that are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's something you hear all the time, unfortunately. And like Liz said, even if you could do it, I don't really think it would matter. I really don't.
So I actually had a paramedic friend explain to me one time, we were talking about our kids and how they can get really upset, like whatever, kids have a hard time understanding their emotions. And he said a way that you can get them to just chill out, he's like, go to the bathroom, don't come out until you go. Like, because you have to be in a calm, like you just have to be in a normal state of mind to be able to do that. So I don't know how much, and it makes sense, but I know that unless you're thinking about it and you're ready to do it, that ain't happening. So that I've heard that suggestion a lot, and it's degrading for sure. Like I would rather someone empower me to fight back rather than do that. It's kind of the same thing with setting boundaries and things like that. I go back and forth on this because setting boundaries, verbal boundaries, physical boundaries are tough, especially if we don't feel like we can enforce them. So when you set this boundary, it's hard to see someone in that elevator that just gives you this weird feeling and be like, right? Like your obvious being afraid of them or whatever, you don't want to be rude, whatever the reason is, that you still get in that elevator. Okay, so if you chose to set a boundary and be like, I'm not getting in there, and your face and everything display like, okay, I'm not doing that, and that's hard for women to do naturally. Just we don't want to be mean or rude or think, be a bitch. So I will say, like, well, pretend you forgot something. You know, like change, like, oh, okay, and then walk away. I have a hard time doing that sometimes because I don't want to discredit your ability to set a for sure boundary. If you don't want to go in, you can absolutely walk away. And who cares what they think? But I know that that's difficult. So if you need something to help you overcome that difficulty of setting boundaries, you know, there's a tip. I still want you to feel empowered to create a good boundary regardless.
You're still creating the boundary. You're just finding an excuse for the boundary.
Right.
So that can make it easier. It's more important to me that you can have that conviction to and turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
Right? That then it is for you to be like, look at somebody and be like, screw you, dude. And walk away.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Nah.
Nope.
See you later.
Dan. It's 21st. Wednesday the 21st. Shoot us an email, training@therangestl.com, and we can send you a link to sign up. We do have quite a few ladies signed up, so do us this favor too, and we'll ask it in the email. If you can't make it, let us know. Okay? We're not to the point where we got to turn anybody away yet, but we are getting right up to it. And I don't want to tell somebody no and then have 8 or 9 or 10 people not show up. So send us an email, training@therangestl.com. We'll send you a Google form that you just fill out. It just allows us to keep track of who signed up when, and we can have an idea of how many people are going to show up. So, but if you're not going to make it, let us know, please. You don't pay for it till you get there. So that means that some people are just like, my pinky finger hurts, so I'm not going to go tonight. And they make an excuse, and then they don't go. And we just told them to set boundaries and do what they want to do, but not in this case. You're going.
Go.
All right. I don't know. I think we gotta. What's the text say? I can determine.
He's on his way.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah, they'll enjoy it, I hope. And again, like I said, I really hope that out of the, let's just say there's 30 women that show up to this, which would be awesome. That there's 2, 3, 4 of them that are just like, yeah, this is something I want to do. Whether you do it at that gym or another gym, they won't care either. We'll very openly talk about the fact that that's where I train, and I'd love for you guys to come there and train. But if you live in South County, you live closer to Liz,
come
go to her
with
gym,
me.
right?
Awesome.
If you live somewhere else, ask the question like, hey man, I live in St. Charles. I'm not making a 45-minute drive here, 3 or 4 days a week. That's fine. We'll help you find a place to do that. So,
yeah, me and my sister, and we got about 6 or 7 of us that we all get together and talk and hang out and go to the gym and roll around, and we'll go to, well, we're starting it now. We might go to frequent another gym sometime in the morning, just building out the community. So, God, this martial arts, this skill is so valuable, so incredibly valuable for so many reasons.
I was just going to say, not just for the physical fighting reason. It's good for physical education, just to get you moving. I mean, I was exhausted when I left the gym this morning. It was awesome. But it's also great for this thing, for your brain.
Your confidence.
Yeah, learning all the time. And she says this all the time, that it's totally changed the way that she walks around, right? It just makes her feel more confident in the world around her. So,
and one more thing on starting a skill like this, and whether it's jiu-jitsu or shooting or any other skill that you need to learn, go back to being a kid again, and you're learning something. To learn something as an adult, to go down the path of, I'm brand new, I'm a baby deer, and I don't know how to jump. We learn how to fall in jiu-jitsu. That's fantastic. Do you know how valuable that is as you grow up and as you get older and your morbidity becomes more of a thing? Like that's where when an elderly person falls, that increases their morbidity rate or whatever that is by like 60%. Imagine if you have the balance and things like that you could fall correctly. Like there's so much value to this. And back to my point originally about just learning something new, what it does for your brain, what it does for your sense of confidence, accomplishment, you get some dopamine in there. Like you're doing all the things that we were designed to do, but our life is so convenient now that we don't really have to learn anything anymore. And we watch all these movies where you see this montage of people learning things literally overnight. And that is just false. So when we have students that come in and they're trying to learn shooting guns for the first time and they're beating themselves up because they can't do it right out of the box, like you gotta be okay with learning. You gotta be okay with growing and letting yourself quote unquote fail in a training environment and learn the right way to do it. And God, it's
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Vincent, you are late, sir.
He's not.
He is.
He's not late.
He is.
It's not. It's okay.
He is.
Hi, Vinny. We'll see you soon. Thankfully.
Liz, they're asking what gym you go to.
Oh, I go to Absolute Martial Arts. It's in South County on Grabway, right in Afton.
So, it was really cool this morning, too, as I was leaving. And I'm usually in a bit of a rush to leave because I got to get to work and all that jazz. And Coach was talking to one of the other guys from class this morning, and he was just going up one side and down the other about how awesome his job is and how much fun he has watching people learn and progress and struggle and ask questions and individuals on the mat helping each other out and then individuals going to him and asking him questions. It wasn't just words he was saying. You could feel the words he was saying, and it's just a cool environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
David, good morning.
My professor's like that too. A black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, they're professors. That's what we call them. And he gets excited like that too. He is just so over the top happy when his students, learn, and he calls us his trophies. Like he goes and watches our matches and things like that, and it's just awesome to have that support in that community. So, and I've noticed that a lot about Jiu-Jitsu. So,
Jack, good morning, and you are most welcome, sir. That's
Hi,
what
Jack.
I'm here for. Anyway, we gotta go. Let's go.
okay,
We gotta leave. We're done.
toodles.
You guys have a super awesome day. Sorry, I actually intended on walking around and showing inventory, but I didn't get to do that.
Fail.
I might tomorrow, maybe.
Can we say good morning to David? Good morning,
Yes,
David.
I did.
must have missed it.
But you were talking,
Oh, okay.
and
That never happens.
yeah, you weren't listening or paying attention. So, I might try to hop on tomorrow morning and do a quick inventory show because Liz won't be here and Vinny won't be here, so it'll be boring because it'll just be me. But wait, yeah, that's Thursday. That's tomorrow. I'm so confused on days of the week, and I don't really know why, but I am so messed up on days of the week right now.
It's probably still the shot.
Yeah, well, and it's just we're running around all over the place. Like we got meetings outside of here yesterday, today, tomorrow. We're running around all over the damn place, which is awesome. I love being busy. So, anyway, 14803 Manchester Road in beautiful Baldwin, Missouri. Come out, check us out, shoot your guns, buy ammo, I don't know, ask for Charles and give him a high five, something like that. Can't leave till Vinny gets here. I don't know. We got to go because Vinny's not here.
Tammy, I want to answer your question real quick. Truthfully, I would not be a good judge of that. What I would suggest, most gyms will allow you to go to a class for free, to go in, meet the instructors, see the mat culture, things like that, and make a good decision on what's right for you. I can't say that everybody can do jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of wrapping up and stuff like that. So, but I can't imagine, especially at Gracie, that they're not willing to at least talk to you and have that conversation with you to see where you're at in that grand scheme of things. Just like guns, you come up in here and you're like, hey, I have this, and this going on. Where do I fit in? That's a great option. Great chat.
So I'll tell you that at the gym that I go to, we have people come in and train hurt, right? Like, hey, I messed up my shoulder. I've messed up my ribs pretty bad, and I have to go light. and that's totally fine, and if that's a normal thing for you, every single one of us in the gym are more than happy to still roll with you and work with you to whatever level you want to or can perform, and not exaggerate injuries. Right? We want each person to get better, and a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this too. It's like if her and I were partnered up, and I have a hurt arm, I say, hey, take it easy on that. I feel bad, like I'm hurting her training, and that's really not true. We can still get a lot of really good work in, and it's more about growth together than it is just me smashing you because your arm is hurt and I can take advantage of that. That's not what it's about. So a couple things would be go to the gym, talk to the coaches and professors at the gym, and then certainly your doctor and that sort of thing too, just to make sure that, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. What do you think? And then make a decision for yourself.
Gordon brings up a good point. You need a self-defense for seniors class. I would love that because that's needed. That's absolutely needed. And
they're a targeted
for sure
portion of society.
And usually, statistically, we all know how great statistics are. It's not violent usually.
Yeah.
Usually it's a resource thing. They steal your purse, they steal your bag, your car, whatever it is. Usually they are good at not being violent, but that's usually. So I have that in my brain to be thinking about. It's honestly kind of hard to find courses and things like that, to your point. So I have that in my brain. I'm going to work on it, and stay tuned.
All right, we're going away. You guys have a super awesome day. If you need something, come see us. Stay safe, be nice to one another, and we'll catch you soon. Later.
Toodles. Awkward pause, and then pause. More awkward.
But what if I don't want it to be awkward? What if I want it to be super fun?